Welcome to the 2023 Starseed Energy Update. This time we're not going to look at just the month of January, we're going to look way beyond into collective themes that will be affecting Starseeds and Lightworkers in this upcoming year.
We'll be taking an energetic look forward into 2023 to give you a read of things which are on the horizon and empower you with information that you can take away to make sure you're always standing in sovereignty and your own power.
We will also channel some energetic upgrades and codes from a couple of galactic star races. This time we're going to be connecting to the Lyran Felines as well as to the mighty, powerful dragons.
But before we dive into it, if you're new to our channel, my name's Aeron, Lazar, multidimensional psychic medium, channel to extraterrestrial races, including the Galactic Federation, and coach and mentor to starseeds and spiritual practitioners.
And I'm Riya, I'm a light language activator, and also I work with starseeds and lightworkers who want to make their passion and the spiritual practice into a new earth profitable aligned business. But enough about us. The rest of this video will be all about you, dear starseed, and how you can tap into the best potential for this new year. Because when we read the quantum field, when we read the energies, all there exists is potentials. And this shows our role as conscious creators. This channel is called the Architects of Destiny for a reason, because we firmly believe that each single one of us is a creator of our own reality, and together we co-create the reality that we all have as, the collective reality. And this year there is almost like a dual energy being present in the field. There's a bit of a split, and it's up to you what kind of path you're going to choose. And of course you can change your paths, you can change the potentials, a little bit like with a butterfly effect. But remember, what we're reading here is potentials, but you are the creator. You are the decision maker. So depending on where you focus your energy and attention will be what will manifest for you out of this potential that exists in the field.
So as we move through 2023, the divide between those standing in their own power and sovereignty and those who are influenced and controlled is going to get wider. And so we are at a crossroads at this point, and we can choose to stand in our power, and we can choose to stand in our own sovereignty and create our own reality, or we can be influenced and have our realities created for us. So there is going to be a lot of influences within the collective across the next 12 months. And you will notice across the next 12 months, there's going to be a collective contraction. And it's super, super important that we make sure that we're always standing in our own power, that we're always standing in our own sovereignty, and that we're making decisions which are aligned with our highest timeline and not driven by anxiety or not driven by fear of the collective. As a race of beings, we are emotional creatures, and we have what's called a herd mentality. So there's always safety in numbers, it's always safer to follow the crowd. But the people who are going to succeed within 2023 are the people who can make their own decisions, sovereign-based decisions, which aren't emotional. And so we are here encouraging you today to make sure that you're standing in your own power throughout 2023. And we are more than happy to help guide you through this process and be here to make sure that you're all standing in sovereignty and standing in your own power.
So what does that standing in sovereignty mean? Because it could be a bit of a cliche term, sovereignty, etc. Well, maybe let's look at another way to describe it, which is a little bit more comprehensible and something that we are used to, which is the word responsibility. And what Sovereignty means actually taking responsibility for your own life, for your own state of being, and for your own happiness. But there's also a second side to this. It's actually dropping the responsibility for what is not your life, for what is not your timeline, not your role, and not your mission. And that first part comes to us a little bit easier than the second part. So as a starseed, as a light worker, as an earthseed, you may belong to all three categories, you have come here on a mission. And one of the biggest parts of this mission, apart from particular actions that you may need to take or particular tasks that you've got to realize, is actually holding a certain frequency. And you've got that by nature. You've got access to this frequency from your home planet, which is a bit higher vibrating than right here on Earth in the current timeline. So holding that frequency is going to be absolutely paramount. But how do you translate this frequency into day-to-day? How do you translate it to this responsibility and sovereignty? Well, start by actually asking yourself this year, what do you desire for yourself? What is it that you really, really want? And if nobody else was influencing your actions, if nobody else was influencing your decisions, what would your year look like? So you may want to pause this video and just contemplate on it, maybe even journal on it. What would you like your year to be like? And I understand that a lot of us spiritual folks like to surrender, like to go with the flow and surrender to the universe. But actually, as creators, we set the tone, we set the intention. And when we first started working with the Arcturians a couple of years ago, one of the things that they taught us as literally number one lesson ever was about the power of intention. How this literally directs the energy and directs the universe. So let me ask you again, what are your intentions for this year? Because if you have your intentions, if you set your energetic store and you decide, this is what I want to do. Let's say you want to travel. I want to travel this year. I want to work on the grid in different parts of the world. Then you're not going to start thinking, oh my God, they're putting restrictions here. Oh, they're requiring this paperwork and that paperwork and flights are cancelled. You're not going to be swept by it because you're like, hey, yes, I'm flexible. I'm reasonable to a degree. I of course, yeah, if there's no flights, I'm not going to go anywhere. However, my intention for this year is to travel, so I'm going to travel. If your intention for this year is to, let's say, buy a house or whatever, or move to a different job, then you're not going to be like, oh my God, no, the market is tanking, I can't buy my house this year because what's going to happen? No, your intention is, I want to buy a house. Or if your intention is, I want to move to a different job, you're not going to be thinking, oh my God, nobody's hiring because the economy is in contractions, I can't find my dreamed of job. No, your intention is super powerful. And the universe will find an opening for you. So even if, let's say, companies are more firing than hiring, maybe there will be an actual opening for you and for your expertise in this new job. Even if, let's say, the market is tanking, then you will find your dream homes and probably even at a better price because, let's say the price has dropped. So, this is how this dynamic this year is going to play out. These two realities, collective contraction, economically, and many other things, emotionally as well. But this is why it's important to have your energetic store prepared. What do you want? What do you desire? So that you can be the creator and not a reactor.
So during 2023, you are going to see lots and lots and lots of influence within the market. You're going to see lots of influence online, lots of influence on the media. You're going to see lots of people talking negatively. And what can happen if you're not careful is you can collectively tap into this negativity and go into contraction, which is not good. So we need to make sure that we are always in a frequency of expansion and never in the frequency of contraction. So you will hear experts online, experts within the media that will tell you to be cutting your bars of soap in half and eating half as many cornflakes and, maybe reusing your tea bags and this kind of thing. But this is scarcity frequency, and this is the frequency of poverty. And so what we're here to do is to make sure that we are always in our alignment with our highest timeline, and we always embodying an abundant frequency of expansion. And in order to do this, you need to make sure you're, again, back to what we said at the beginning of this video, which is always standing in your own power and always standing in your own sovereign decisions, both emotionally and both when it comes to, and also when it comes to physical decisions as well. And so, there are some races that are going to be joining us here today, and we're going to be doing some energetic sort of transfers and energetic transmissions around this. And it's all about confidence, it's all about sovereignty, and it's all about empowerment.
And there's another challenge for us light workers, and especially sensitive people who are very empathic, is that as a starseed, as an earthseed, you will be picking up on these collective frequencies that do not belong to you. And the key is to actually discern that this is not mine. And let me tell you a story. Today is the 3rd of January when we're recording it. On the 2nd of January, I had this weirdest kind of thought process and emotional response. I started feeling deflated, demotivated, like everything I do is like some kind of routine and I don't want it. And I almost felt like very strong 3D frequencies, like what my life used to be maybe like 3, 5, 7 years ago. And I'm like, what the heck? Where's my passion gone? I normally love what I'm doing. Even on the 1st of January, as you'll see on this channel, I woke up, fresh as a daisy, and I decided to serve the collective by doing light language for hangover transmission because, and that kind of thing is useful on the 1st of January. And then the 2nd January, all of a sudden, I'm feeling these weird vibes. And I even speaking to Aeron, I was like, this is what I feel. Demotivated, deflated, like I'm stuck in a rut, like really dense. What is going on? Like, why am I feeling like that? It's like this weird atmosphere I'm tapping into. And then as I put words into it, I think I've just tapped into collective energies of 2nd of January, where most people don't want to go back to work. They're like, oh my god, the holiday is over. It's just this anti-climax and this general like atmosphere. And as an empath and as someone who reads collective energies, I've tapped into it. Just the same way as before Christmas, I've tapped into this festive excitement, etc., etc. So this is where it's really, really, really important for you to discern well. Is this my energy? Or is it I'm picking up on some collective, let's say, fear or collective anxiety or collective demotivation or whatever it is? And the best way to know that it's not yours is just to kind of go back and look at what is your normal state of being when you're happy, when you're fulfilled, when you're talking to your guides, when you're meditating. This is your natural state of feeling good, state of feeling calm, peaceful, abundant. Or if you're not there yet, then at least know that there is a state, there is a timeline where you're peaceful, when you're fulfilled, when you're happy, etc. And anything else is just those layers of conditioning that you can really shake off. And sometimes it just starts with awareness, and it's like, that's not my energy. I don't want it. I'm disconnecting from it. I'm back onto my own track. This is my reality. I'm actually excited for the new year. I'm excited for what it's gonna bring. I'm excited to serve my clients. I'm excited for, I don't know, my job or whatever it is. I'm grateful, I'm happy, and not like, yet another year.
Because we can pick up on collective energies, especially as people who are sensitive. A lot of you watching this, you'll be watching it because you're interested in this stuff, and you will be sensitive to energy as well. And it's exactly as Riya said there. It's just recognizing that this frequency isn't of you, because you know yourself deeper than anybody. You live inside of yourself every single day, right? So you know yourself better than anybody. And so you know what your default state is every single day on how you would react to certain things. And as Riya said, rightly, it's just to recognize when something isn't of you. Now, when that happens and you recognize it's not you, it's just a case of catching it and go, okay, I acknowledge it. I'm not denying that it's there, but I also acknowledge that it's not me. And it's a case of once you've recognized that it's not you, it's not getting swept away with this energy that you're going to be tapping into. Because let me tell you, there's going to be two sort of types of people in 2023 across the 12 months. You're going to have those which go into contraction and get influenced by this collective contraction, influenced by messaging that you're going to see in the media, influenced by newspaper articles, influenced by economists, influenced by X, Y, and Z. And there'll be people who go into contraction and get swept along with that. And you will have people who stand in their own sovereignty and who don't. And what will happen is the divide is going to get wider in 2023. But the people who are on the right side of this are going to do very well indeed, because what's going to happen is, as a market begins to contract, on whatever that is, okay, as a market begins to contract, it creates space within it. And the people who stand in their sovereignty and actually expand into that actually take up market share and everything else. So it's kind of just picking which side that you want to go on and just acknowledging, yes, okay, I acknowledge that this is happening, but it's not of me and I'm not going to get swept along with it or influenced by it.
And we're also here to remind you that in every crisis, whether it's economic, whether it's military, that's the time for heroes. This is the time for heroes and leaders to arise. And one of the codes that we'll be transmitting to you from Lyran Felines will be leadership codes, like another layer of leadership codes, which is about self-leadership. And this is a transmission which they've entitled The Lion's Heart. Just being brave, basically, where everybody else is in fear, you be courageous. And you know, when we talk about courageous and heroes, it doesn't always have to be like, you know, where you are standing up and being an activist. And some people are meant for that, other people are not meant for that. But even if you're just a hero for your own children, or for your own spouse, where you are not kind of getting down and influenced, but you leading yourself, your family, maybe your community, that is enough. This is when you're anchoring those higher frequencies right here down into 3D. And also another feeling that we are getting is that this year will be another testing year, but it's going to be one of the last testing years before the frequency really shifts, because in 2024 it will get better. So this year may be still quite challenging globally, but it does not have to be challenging for you. Just remember that in every crisis, in every recession, in every problematic time, this is where leaders, this is where heroes come to shine. And it's up to you to decide whether you want to be the victim or whether you want to be the winner, the victor. And you can't be both. You can't be a winner and a loser at the same time. So either you get lost in this wave and get swept with it, or you actually navigate it. You learn to navigate. It doesn't mean standing against the tide. It's just like, hey, I find a way somewhere in between, you know, like it's like surfing.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always the way, and just understand that everything is cyclical. But what we're about to go through in 2023 is really the last sort of 12 months of turmoil. And just speaking from an energetic perspective, things are far, far brighter in 2024. So it's just a case of, you know, there's going to be some challenges in 2023. There's going to be some hurdles. But it's just a case of making sure that we manage ourselves through this and making sure that we come out in the best position possible at the end of 2023.
There's one last thing we want to make clear in this message for the new year, and this is about compassion and love. When times get tough, there is a tendency to bring the worst out of people. When people are squeezed economically, when people are desperate, they can get nasty with one another. That's the old 3D paradigm. Well, remember, you don't belong to this paradigm. You can be different. So rather than be really aggressive or passive aggressive or complaining or gossiping or getting down, you know, the worst, that kind of stuff that happens when people are challenged, well, you can choose differently because you belong to a different frequency. And even if you're not feeling it, tap into the frequencies of the star races that you've descended from. They will help you choose differently. So you're not choosing anger, you're not choosing blame, you're not choosing guilt, you're not choosing all these low vibrational frequencies that you can project onto other people when, especially when things go wrong. You know, you look within and you remember that you're the powerful creator of your own reality, and this is not the time to be, you know, lashing out your pain, trauma and triggers onto anybody else. It's actually time to work through it. So if you do find yourself coming with fear or with tendency to blame, ask yourself, why is this coming? What is it in me? Is there some unhealed wounding that I need to address? Because usually it is. Every trigger is an opportunity. So no, don't bash yourself for if you do find yourself reacting negatively. Just remember, every trigger is an opportunity and you get to transmute the negative into something positive.
That's a beautiful message and something that we can all embody together across the next 12 months. You know, we are going to be doing these updates every single month, and we have been doing these every single month, these energetic starseed updates. So make sure you're already subscribed to the channel. If you're not already doing so, please do so, and consider enabling the notifications so the next time that the bell goes off, you know that you're not going to miss a video, and we will be happy to steward you along with the galactic races across the next 12 months. But I feel we should get into the energetics. What do you think, Riya?
Absolutely.
So we're going to connect to the dragons like right now, and we're going to do an energetic transmission from the dragon race. Tuned into this morning, and the reason that I wanted to tune into the dragons was just simply because of the power and the confidence that this frequency can give you. My original lifetime was as a dragon. I'm an Arcturian starseed, so I came here from Arcturus, but my very first lifetime was as a dragon. And I still hold this frequency within my field. And like I say, it's got amazing, and it comes with its challenges too. But it's extremely useful frequency when it comes to strength, when it comes to standing in your own sovereignty, having conviction for your own decision-making process, dealing with challenges. And so it's about having that thick skin, and it's about having that self-confidence and being able to stand in your own sovereignty and your own power. So this frequency is sensational. And so before I bring this energy in, I just ask that everybody, if you can just sit comfortably, and if you can just find a comfortable spot, and if you can just close your eyes for me, and like I say, I'm gonna close my eyes too, and I'm just going to get us all to meet in point zero, and I'm going to. This is basically where we elevate our consciousness, or we meet consciously together. I will bring us back into sovereignty at the end, so don't worry about any energetic cords, ties or bonds. I'll make sure that we're all sovereign at the back end of it. Okay, so everybody just come to center, and I just want you all just to come across and meet me within point zero. I'm just elevating my consciousness now. I'm now outside of my body, and I'm now within the quantum field. So just for all of you who are able to elevate your consciousness, just come towards my voice. Move your point of attention towards my voice. For those who aren't, don't worry about it. Just it doesn't matter so much about this. It just matters that you're open to receive this energy. And even if you're new to this, you're still going to benefit from it. Okay, so don't. This is for everybody. Okay, it doesn't matter what sort of stage you're at. And so just before I begin doing this, I'm just ring fencing what we're doing here with protection and with light. I'm just clearing out any lower vibrational frequency, anything that shouldn't be here, cleansing our space and purification process that we're going through here today. And just ring fencing this with complete purity, complete purity and light and of the highest vibration. Nothing else can exist within this at this time. Okay. And so what I would like you to do, all of you, we're now circled with protection, and what I would invite you to do is to just open up to this energy that I'm about to bring in. So if you can set your intention, first of all, that you're happy to receive this energy. If you are happy, just send out a telepathic yes now. If you're not happy to receive the energy, then just sit it out. It's fine. Okay, so just don't give consent and just sit it out. There's no problem at all. Just follow your feeling. Just follow your inner guidance. If you're happy to receive this, just send out a telepathic yes. That'd be really, really cool. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So what I'm doing now, I'm just elevating my consciousness up. I'm just connecting. Oh, okay. Just as I've connected in, I've just felt this huge surge of frequency through my body. Oh, goodness me. It's very, very, very strong. I can just feel this through my head. I can feel it across my chest. I can feel it across my arms. Very, very strong energy, very, very strong frequency. But this frequency, this dragon energy that I'm about to bring down now is just all about you exuding self-confidence. All about you having thick skin. All about you being able to stand in your sovereignty and stand in your pillar of light. Doesn't matter what's going on around within the world or around within the collective, that you have the conviction that you're able to stand there in expansion against this tide of energy that you're going to be feeling all around you, so that you have this strength. You have this strength and you have this conviction within you that you're able to withstand anything as it comes through. And so this is just literally all about confidence. It's all about inner power. It's all about sovereignty. It's all about empowerment. This is all about this frequency. And I'm just absorbing this grid work now. Just absorbing it. Right, open yourselves up. And I'm just bringing this down on the group. And I'm just sending this consciously down to the group. Just take this energy as it comes in. It's very powerful, very, very strong energy as this comes through. I'm just sending this down consciously across all of you that are watching this. Anybody who's watching this within this protected, purified space, I'm just sending this frequency of strength down. Take this down. You might feel this coming across your chest. You might feel it in your head. You might just, like I do, I just feel like I want to tense my arms up as I'm doing it. It's just really, really strong frequency. It's almost like titanium scales. It's like a titanium coating that's being put all around your field. This is just an innate strength. This is an ability just to be able to stand in your own power, to stand in your own confidence. This is an ability to know the power of your conviction, the power that you can stand behind your decision-making process, the power that you can resist this tide of contraction, and that you can stand there and expand into your highest timeline, regardless of what's going on in the collective. That you can stand there against the tide, and that you can be this powerful, powerful ship that's going to be there as an example to all of those around you. So perhaps you're going to be a stable vessel for all of your family and friends, a beacon of light for people to look at and think, oh my God, it's, you know, when people are kind of panicking, when people are looking for stability, you can be this stability for those around you. Take this frequency into your field, allow it to come down through your crown. I'm just seeing this energy. It's really strong frequency. It's coming down now through my head, through my chest, down across my thighs. So just feel this now coming down around your body. Feel that strength. Feel it start to power you up. And again, I'm merely acting as a conduit for this frequency. Any energy which is leaving my field gets replenished with source energy in real time. I'm just affirming that. As it comes through, I'm just allowing this to come through. Just take all of this down. Take it down, take it down, take it down. It's all yours. This is your birthright. Tapping into frequencies like this is your birthright. You're all born with the equipment to be able to do this. I'm just here merely facilitating this for you. But however, you're all infinite, divine, spiritual beings, each and every single one of you. Each and every single one of you, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful souls. Fulfilling your destiny, stepping towards your highest timeline, stepping towards your most highest abundant timeline in an expanded state, filling up market share, taking up space within the market as everything else contracts, stepping towards your highest timeline and just having the strength to do that, having the belief in your decision-making processes. Whatever you decide to do, having the conviction to back that up with confidence and stand behind your decisions. Stand behind your decisions. Being there like a beacon of stability for other people. Being there like a beacon of stability in a storm for other people. Just the strength to do that. You know how beautiful that is? There's absolute beauty in strength. Beauty in strength. Just to be there for people. Not just for yourself, but to be there for people. And just take this frequency as it comes down and in. Oh my goodness me. Got goosebumps up my legs and my arms. Okay, so just close your fields down now. So everybody who's sent out a telepathic yes to receive that, everybody who's received that consciously, close your fields down, so just above where your crown is, so about 12 inches above the top of your head. Imagine that you're closing down something, so you're closing a gate, closing a window, closing a door, closing a flower that's kind of closing. It doesn't matter what it is, but just close something down, and you're just locking that within your field. I'm just connecting again to the dragons. I'm just sending gratitude, unconditional gratitude, unconditional gratitude. Thank you so much, thank you so much, thank you so much. So honoured to be able to connect to you, and I'm so privileged to bring this frequency to the collective in this way. Thank you so much for allowing me to do so. I'm really, really, really grateful. You can feel that. Right, to each and every single one of you, I'm going to bring us into sovereignty now. So any energetic cords, ties or bonds created between us, consciously or unconsciously as a part of this process, I now disconnect, I dissolve, I rescind, and I send all this energy back to source. And what I want you to do, all of you, take your energy back to your chest. I'm taking mine back, you take all of yours back. So suck all of your things, see it like a big beam of energy coming back into your solar plexus, suck it back into your chest. I'm doing the same. Any energetic cords, ties or bonds created between us, consciously or unconsciously, as a part of this process, I disconnect, dissolve, rescind, and I send all this energy back to source. As each and every single one of us, tuned into this transmission and taking part in it, comes back into complete and utter sovereignty as a group of independent souls and consciousness. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Whew. Okay, coming back. Okay, that was a powerful one. I felt that. I could feel this through my head, all the way across my chest, and you can't see the camera, but I've still got goosebumps on my legs here. Really powerful stuff. But again, you know, it does exactly what it says on the tin. It's just pure strength. But you know, there is a beauty in strength when strength is used in the right way. When strength is there as a stabilizing factor for those people who are around it, because there are people, your friends, your family, your connections, loved ones, colleagues, etc., people that you know within your circles that are going to need you to be that stability. And what this frequency is going to allow you to do is just to develop that strength and conviction. So I thank you so much for participating in that. It's sent to you with love and with unconditional love, light and blessings. It's your divine birthright. I'm just happy to be able to facilitate that for you. Thank you so much. And now you're going to enjoy the Lyran Felines. Take care.
The energy upgrade from the Lyran Feline race today is going to be the Lion's Heart Code. This is an energy transmission that is a part of a bigger body of energetic work, which is the Lyran leadership codes that have been unlocking for me in layers over the last 12 months. And this part came actually quite spontaneously in one of my past live transmissions, which you can check on this channel. I was doing live transmission of light languages to help people, and this came through. So this time I'm going to do a dedicated transmission of the exact same codes, which are the codes of leadership. And by leadership, I also mean self-leadership, the ability to actually discern, to trust yourself, to have courage when there is no courage, and to not give in to fear. It's probably easier if I just start speaking the light language, and this transmission will start working in your field and on a level which is more than just conscious level. Sometimes I find it difficult to put these transmissions into human words, but basically the intention is so that you can step into more of self-leadership, and also, if it's meant to be, to actually shine as a light and a light leader in this world as a starseed. So if you would like to receive it, please settle down and start taking deep breaths in. There will be nothing for you to do apart from opening your heart to receive this transmission. The codes will be actually going straight into your heart. So just as you breathing deeply in and out, imagine as if there is a flap at the back and at the front of your heart, so on both sides. And if you would like to receive this coded transmission from the Lyran Feline race, just give me an energetic permission and open your heart with intention that you want to open it. You can visualize it opening like a flap from the side, from the back, from the front, and just allow these codes to work in your field. E a mai a teia kuyu sui tai sei mai tai tai kui sui tai tai a mai tu sui a teia kai a mai a tai. Na mai kui tui sai kai tai sui tai sei tai u tu ia te kai u mai nai. E na mui kai sei tai sui, e na mui kai sei tai sui. Te manuna sai tai sui kai sei tai sui tai sui. Ne a tui tai e sai kai tu sui tei. Ne mai kui e tai sai ki tui 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 tui. Ratai kai sai mai te shu tu sei a tui a kai ei. Ne mai utu sui tai isa mai tai. Mea kui e tai a mai. Mea kui e tai a mai. Mea kui e tai a mai. And to say that as the translation is coming through, it's about actually keep your back straight when things are like burdening it. That's what's coming through. Just keep your back straight. Be proud. Be courageous. That's what's coming through. I'll continue now. In feline. Ke a mai tui sui kai mai te sai te rasi ka iu tu iu mai. Ne mai utu kui sai kai te kui tai sai te si tu iai. Te mai a tai tui. Ke a mai kai se kai tu iu su kai reki iaka mai tai tai. E a mai a te a tui a tai tai saka iaka i mai a. No a mai tai kui a sai te suku i a bai tai sai. Ne mai u tai tai sai kai tai tui tai 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 tai. Artiku i meina i tai ne nurai kai kai se kai tui tai sai. Na marakari kuie te ia sea te ia kuia te ia sai. E na mai a kui tai sai tai sai tai sai tai sai. Shei kai mai ka sai ke tai mai sai tei. E ia tui a kai te ia sai kai tutu sui te tai sai tai sai tai kai te tui. Ne mai u kai tai se tai te sai te tai se tai tai kai tai tai. E a kuia mai a tai. E a mai e ta kare kai a mai ai. Te ia suiu te ia sai. Te anu mai a tai sai. Tabai u kai tai sai tai tu sui tu tai kai tai tai sai. Ne mai u tai tai sai kai tai sai tu sui tei ai tai tai tai. Ret kuta mai kai tai u suku tai a bai te ia matsutu tu ia sai tu sutu ta kai tu sui tu. Ne mai u tu sui te ia mai a tai a siai. Ne mai u tu sui te ia mai a tai siai. Ne mai u tu sui te ia mai tai siai. Ne mai u tu sui te ia mai tai sia. Ne mai tui sui. Kai tai mai tu suku yu tai kai te ia kuia mai a tai. Ia kai a mai a te ai, uruka ia tai si tu rushu ia ka mai tai, e sai, e sui, e si, e sai. Te mai a tui stui, te a mai sai tui, te a mai sai tui, te tai, te tai. Take a deep breath in and out. As this energetic transfer is now complete, please close back your field, your heart space, taking in those codes into your heart, into your system, into your energetic field, and simultaneously closing it off from any other interference so that those codes are received and can start and bring effects into your three-dimensional reality. And as you're doing it, imagine you taking all your energy back to yourself. I take all my energy back to me. And we let go of any energetic ties, bonds, cords, or any sorts of attachments created either consciously or unconsciously as a result of this connection. And we come back to complete sovereignty as independent souls and beings. This transmission is now complete.
This episode is brought to you by the Quantum Club. The Quantum Club is a membership program designed to help you develop your spiritual abilities, such as connecting to your galactic soul family as guides, speaking light languages, channeling, transmitting and receiving light technology. Every week we hold live sessions and work with you energetically on a deeper level to unlock your divine intuitive gifts, to connect deeper than ever before with your higher self and galactic light beings. To find out more, head to bit.ly/galactic club. That's bit.ly/galactic club. See you there.
Thank you so much for joining us in this Starseed Energy update for 2023. If you found this video valuable, please consider sharing with a fellow soul who may need these codes and these messages of hope and direction. And if you haven't subscribed yet to our channel, ring the bell right now so that you don't miss the other video.
Thank you so much. Keep your eye on the other videos across 2023, and we will look forward to see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.